the restless ocean capable of both serenity and unbridled fury. Across history, it has unleashed its might in the form of hurricanes, leaving behind a trail of devastation and resilience. From unimaginable destruction to years of recovery, these hurricanes left a permanent mark. Today, we count down the 10 deadliest and most devastating hurricanes ever to hit the United States. The dawn of the 20th century brought with it a storm unlike any other. On September 8, 1900, Galveston, Texas found itself in the crosshairs of a monstrous hurricane. Unprepared for the storm, residents watched in horror as the sea transformed into a raging torrent. With winds exceeding 145 miles per hour, the Galveston Hurricane swallowed entire homes beneath its storm surge. Buildings crumbled, streets became rivers, and the very ground beneath seemed to dissolve into chaos. The aftermath was a scene of unimaginable destruction. The death toll, estimated between 6,000 and 12,000 souls, remains a stark reminder of the hurricane's brutal power. The city, once a thriving center of commerce, was left in ruins, yet from the wreckage a spirit of resilience emerged. Galveston rose from the ashes, its seawall standing as a bulwark against future storms. The summer of 2005 witnessed the fury of Hurricane Katrina, a storm that etched its name into history with its devastating impact on the Gulf Coast. On August 29, 2005, Katrina made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane, its winds tearing at the levees that held back the Mississippi River and Lake Pontchartrain. The levees crumbled, unleashing a deluge that submerged entire neighborhoods. Homes filled with water, desperate residents sought refuge on rooftops, and the Superdome became a shelter of last resort. Over 1,800 lives were lost, many claimed by the floodwaters. The storm displaced over 1 million people, exposing the vulnerabilities of a city built below sea level. The recovery from Katrina has been long and arduous. The storm serves as a stark reminder of the importance of social equity and environmental responsibility. In September 2017, Puerto Rico found itself in the path of Hurricane Maria, a storm that would leave an indelible mark on its history. Maria, a powerful Category 5 hurricane, slammed into the island with unrelenting fury. The impact was catastrophic, tearing apart homes, businesses, and infrastructure. The island was plunged into darkness as the storm decimated the power grid, leaving millions without electricity. The official death toll from Maria stands at 2,975, but the true number may never be known. The recovery from Maria has been agonizingly slow. The storm exposed the vulnerabilities of an island already grappling with economic challenges. Years after Maria, Puerto Rico is still struggling to rebuild. In 1928, the serene shores of Lake Okeechobee in Florida became a scene of devastation when a powerful hurricane roared ashore. Known as the Okeechobee Hurricane, this Category 5 storm left an enduring mark on the region. The storm first made landfall on September 16, 1928, near Palm Beach, Florida. As the hurricane crossed the state, it intensified over the warm waters of Lake Okeechobee. The hurricane's powerful winds whipped up the lake's waters, creating a massive storm surge that breached the flimsy dikes. The ensuing floodwaters swept over the surrounding communities, catching residents completely off guard. The communities around Lake Okeechobee, home to many migrant farm workers, were particularly vulnerable. The official death toll from the Okeechobee Hurricane stands at 2,500. The storm exposed the dangers of inadequate infrastructure. In its aftermath, the Army Corps of Engineers undertook a massive project to strengthen the dikes surrounding Lake Okeechobee. In August 1992, Hurricane Andrew, a compact yet ferocious storm, roared ashore in South Florida, leaving behind a trail of destruction. On August 24, 1992, Andrew made landfall south of Miami as a Category 5 hurricane. The storm's small size belied its intensity, focusing the hurricane's fury on a narrow swathe of South Florida. Andrew's impact was immediate and catastrophic. The hurricane's powerful winds ripped through homes and businesses, reducing entire neighborhoods to rubble. The storm exposed flaws in building codes and construction practices. The official death toll from Andrew stands at 65. However, the storm's economic toll was staggering, estimated at $27 billion. Hurricane Andrew served as a wake-up call for South Florida and the nation. In late October 2012, as the eastern United States braced for the arrival of Hurricane Sandy, few could have predicted the storm's unusual path and the widespread devastation it would unleash. Sandy, a hybrid storm, brought with it a combination of high winds, record storm surges, and heavy rainfall. On October 29, 2012, Sandy made landfall near Atlantic City, New Jersey. The storm's unusual track, making landfall at high tide and coinciding with a full moon, amplified its impact. The combination of factors resulted in record storm surges along the coasts of New Jersey and New York. The storm surge inundated coastal communities, flooding homes, businesses, and critical infrastructure. New York City's subway system was crippled by floodwaters, while power outages plunged millions into darkness. Sandy's impact extended far beyond the immediate coastline. The storm's economic toll was estimated at over $70 billion. Hurricane Sandy served as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of coastal communities to the impacts of climate change. The Roaring Twenties took a somber turn in September 1926, when the Great Miami Hurricane slammed into South Florida. The storm first made landfall on September 18, 1926, as a Category 4 hurricane. With sustained winds estimated at 150 miles per hour, the hurricane unleashed its fury on the burgeoning city. The storm surge, reaching a staggering 15 feet, inundated Miami Beach, submerging entire neighborhoods. The hurricane's winds and torrential rainfall extended far inland, causing widespread damage and flooding. The Great Miami Hurricane claimed the lives of an estimated 372 people. The storm's economic impact was equally staggering, estimated at over $100 million at the time. The Great Miami Hurricane marked a turning point in South Florida's history. The storm's devastation exposed the region's vulnerability to hurricanes and the urgent need for improved building codes and disaster preparedness measures. In August 2017, the Gulf Coast of Texas found itself in the crosshairs of Hurricane Harvey. Harvey, a slow-moving and erratic storm, stalled over southeast Texas for days, dumping trillions of gallons of water and causing catastrophic flooding. Harvey made landfall on August 25, 2017, as a Category 4 hurricane. While the wind damage was significant, it was the rainfall that would define Harvey's legacy. Over the course of several days, parts of southeast Texas received over 50 inches of rain. The Houston area bore the brunt of the deluge as bayous and rivers overflowed their banks. The flooding was widespread and catastrophic. Over 100 people lost their lives, many succumbing to the floodwaters. Hurricane Harvey highlighted the importance of robust infrastructure and effective emergency response systems. In September 2017, just weeks after Hurricane Harvey, the Atlantic Ocean churned out another monster storm, Hurricane Irma. Irma's path of destruction stretched from the Caribbean to the southeastern United States. Irma's journey began in late August 2017 as a tropical wave off the coast of Africa. The storm rapidly intensified, reaching Category 5 strength on September 5th. Irma's sustained winds reached a staggering 185 miles per hour. Irma's first landfall came on September 6th, devastating Barbuda. Over the next several days, Irma continued its westward trek, wreaking havoc on several Caribbean islands. On September 10th, Irma made landfall in the Florida Keys as a Category 4 hurricane. The storm brought with it a dangerous storm surge, heavy rainfall, and tornadoes. Hurricane Irma served as a stark reminder of the destructive power of hurricanes and the importance of preparedness. The Labor Day Hurricane of 1935 stands as a chilling testament to the raw power of nature. This unnamed storm remains the most intense hurricane to make landfall in the United States. On September 2, 1935, the storm made landfall in the Florida Keys as a Category 5 hurricane. The storm surge, estimated at 18 to 20 feet, inundated the low-lying islands. The Florida Keys were ill-prepared for the storm's fury. Among those caught in the storm's path were hundreds of World War I veterans working on a federal project. The storm surge swept over the camps, claiming the lives of over 200 veterans. The official death toll from the Labor Day Hurricane of 1935 stands at 408. The hurricane's impact on the Florida Keys was catastrophic, forever altering the landscape. These storms, etched in the annals of history, serve as a solemn reminder of the awe-inspiring power of nature and the profound impact it can have on human lives. From the bustling port of Galveston to the vibrant streets of New Orleans, from the tranquil shores of Puerto Rico to the serene beauty of the Florida Keys, these hurricanes have left an indelible mark. These storms have shown us the incredible power of nature and the resilience of those who survived. As we continue to experience extreme weather, understanding these historical disasters is crucial. As we move forward, it is our responsibility to learn from these events, to honor the memory of those lost by building more resilient communities, and to protect the fragile ecosystems that sustain us. Know of any other hurricanes that changed history? Let us know in the comments.